I need to stay the hell away from my home page. But YouTube be making these recommendations to me. And so I can't help but to see it because I guess I'm supposed to see it. Why are you Christians online starting wars with people? Huh? I really, really, really want to know. I really want to know. Y'all are literally starting wars with people. Literally. Y'all are starting this crap with people. Do y'all realize that? And how are y'all any different from any beef sector or black sector? Y'all are no different. Y'all ain't, and y'all not. So you know what the Lord just told me? The Lord told me that y'all are not supposed to be doing that. Y'all do, and you know what? I feel like y'all doing it for clout. You're not doing it for the Lord. You're not doing it for Jesus. You doing that for clout. Straight up and down. Y'all just starting stuff with people. You know how you start, you know what? I doubt God even has anything to do with it. It's your jealousy for people. It's your inability to put up content where you are worshiping your Lord. You are supposed to be worshiping the Lord. That's it. You ain't supposed to be starting crap with people. I'm going to tell you straight up and down, y'all are starting this stuff with people. Why do y'all think that that is okay? Why do y'all think that the body of Christ wants you to do that? Why? I don't get it. So I shared to my community wall if y'all go take a look. Uh Marcus Dixon. And I don't know why him and this other white dude, why both of them have a left lazy eye. Is it the left eye? Yo, it's their left. It's their left eye. It's crazy. Like, how did they both get that? That's weird. But anyway, he puts up a video where he's showcasing Prophetess Jasmine's video, and he's got an inset picture of Chris Brown as a demon or a devil. That's not real. That's artificial intelligence that you used to create that photograph. So that's not real. You've never seen Chris Brown look like that. You haven't seen that. You're claiming you saw him like that in a dream. And you know what you're doing? You're starting psychological warfares with people. You're literally like what you're doing to Chris Brown and what Christians have done to me is so evil. It's so evil because you know what? You trying to get that man identity problems. Why you putting up photos of people as devils and demons that ain't real? Artificial intelligence. Just like your so-called worship of the Lord is not real. Now you ain't never seen Chris Brown, like do anything except for perform on stage and be sexy. That's all you've ever seen Chris do. And y'all are starting these psychological warfare, spiritual warfares with people. And I'm going to tell you what it is. It ain't the Lord. It's your consciousness. It's your energy and it's your intention. And then it's the people that follow you that create an egregore and a collective consciousness of negativity. You are not doing right in the eyes of the Lord. You're not. You're not. You just starting stuff with people and you're chasing clout. Okay. Y'all, you know what? That is one of the most evil things to do. to a person. Y'all are trying to point the finger at people and call them evil, but in reality, y'all are evil for doing that. Okay? Y'all are evil. And you probably ain't even you ain't supposed to be it's just something that strikes me as odd about y'all, and y'all full of crap. Like I have ran across so many channels. It's either Chris Brown or witches. And y'all don't really know what y'all are talking about. Y'all don't. Y'all really don't. Y'all tripping. Okay? Y'all are tripping. That's not right. That's not right for y'all to be doing that. Y'all being cruel. Y'all are bullying people. Y'all are bullying people. And you know what's crazy is that y'all think it's okay. It's not right. It isn't. It's not right. How do you know that Chris Brown doesn't have a relationship with the same God that y'all worship? Y'all don't even know that. Y'all don't even know that. He might be a Christian. Chris Brown himself may be a Christian. So we all know that y'all start wars with other Christians in the church. Trust me, I have Christian clients that are Christian, that are Catholic. I have Catholic clients and students. And you're not supposed to be judging people. That is so hateful. Now, especially when it comes to witches, I think that that's mainly a blanket term. We can call ourselves prophetess. I would never call myself a prophetess ever. No, no. I wish I would try to speak for the Most High like that. The Most High speaks to me, so I don't do that. I ain't nobody special. Okay, I ain't about to do that. That's you with a God complex, for real, bro. You got a God complex, okay? But it's so evil, and how can you not see how evil you are? Like, you so busy pointing the finger at somebody that you don't even see the evil that you do. It's like you're possessed or something. Why would you create a artificial photo of Chris Brown depicted as a devil because you're hateful? Now, what I was getting ready to say and I forgot. As far as what y'all be saying about witches, the Bible literally mentions witchcrafts and psychics 5 times, 5 or 6 times in the Bible, throughout the whole Bible, throughout the whole Bible. You know how many times God condemns hate? I mean, countless times, numerous times. God detests hate. And that's what you're doing, is you're just showing hatred for people. On a Friday, I had to come and tell y'all that on a Friday, bro. Like, that's really hateful. Y'all just don't know how wrong y'all are for doing that. Y'all are targeting people. Y'all are actually, when you go and you make a video about somebody, whether or not they're famous or not, you are targeting that person because you are presenting a person, a human being, one of God's children, to a group of people, and you are bullying them. You are literally targeting people. Y'all are gang stalking people on the internet. That's gang stalking. And you know who detests gang stalking? Jesus. Jesus was gang stalked. Why don't y'all listen to reason when it comes to that? Jesus detests gang stalking. I don't get it. And it's so unpleasant and negative. Why do y'all think that getting together and bullying people is a part of the way you should be worshiping? Why do you think that? Why do you think attacking people is supposed to be how you worship God? Why do y'all think that? Like, it's ridiculous, bro. Like, I can't. And you know what y'all do? Y'all kill love. You know what I'm saying? Everybody says that Jesus was loving and everything, but he was killed. And if you would have been there, would you have defended Jesus? I know that I would have. I know I would have. I said, no, don't do that to him. I'd have changed the whole game. And y'all worship the murder of that man. That's sad, man. That's sad. Y'all have no clue. Y'all are literally weaponizing religion. Why are you weaponizing religion? It makes no sense. And you're definitely not trying to convert people. You're trying to bully people. Okay? Now, I haven't read in the Bible what it says about converting people, but you know what? Let me tell you something. If God wants and calls to somebody, God's gonna do it. That's not your job. I don't understand why y'all doing that. And we know that y'all only doing it for money. Y'all doing it for that paper. Y'all doing it for that AdSense check, bro. That's why y'all doing it. And then like as far as like when it comes to the herbs on the earth, I know for a fact that a lot of the herbs that I utilize in my practice, okay, which is definitely my practices are led by the Most High. But y'all don't even think of women as shit. Y'all Bible tells y'all that women ain't shit. It do. So y'all sexist too. Y'all think women are just supposed to just, the women are just supposed to have a husband and take care of them. And if they don't have that, then they and their children are bastards and they are disgraced from the Lord and they should just die. That's how y'all see the shit. And it's wrong. But I know for a fact that the Bible speaks about herbs. Okay? I know that I've heard some Christians say that crystals are evil. I haven't read that in the Bible, so I don't know. Okay? I don't know. I haven't looked at that. I know that crystals are very healing. I know that crystals are very helpful. And that they are on the earth and we are mining those crystals for a reason. Okay? Because if they weren't chopping up them crystals and preparing them and tumbling them for us to utilize them, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't necessarily have access to them unless it was some rocks or something I found outside, But y'all are literally, y'all need to quit starting stuff with people on the internet. It's like y'all are like a beef sector. Y'all are just starting wars. That's it. And goodness gracious, we don't need more war. We don't need more war, man. Y'all, and that's why I want to tell people it is so important to transmutation, which means changing energy being thrown into you as a positive. Okay, that's where it's at. That is where it is at, because y'all not worshiping the Lord. Y'all just tossing negativity at people is all y'all doing. And you know what? Go ahead, keep giving us the energy then. Go ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is sad. It really is sad. You know what? Y'all working in opposite because, like I said, but it's still very negative. It is. It's still very negative. And y'all will literally, like I noticed that a part of y'all ministry is messing with a person's identity. My day's going great, actually. I'm hungry. I'm ready to eat something. But I don't know what I want. Honestly, I think I want some fried chicken. I ain't fried no chicken in a long time. I think I'm going to fry some chicken tonight. That'll be good. Actually, what I need to do is fry some chicken and some livers. Cause I will fry some chicken and livers, okay? I know how to whip up a whole bunch of food at one time. Dude, I don't know. Like, it's so weird, it really is though. Like, that's so hateful. I never have been into like Christian evangelism and stuff like that because I think it's unnatural. I think it's bullying, you know. It's no different than, honestly, like, especially when it comes to Chris Brown. He actually made a song like 13 years ago called Don't Judge Me. I see why. I see why. You can't be walking around here, Chris Brown, and not expect to be hated on. That's crazy. You know? That's crazy. And I'm concerned for Chris Brown all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see Chris Brown as this devil. I don't. I'm sorry. And I know that y'all say, well, you're not looking at it through the eyes of the Lord. How do you know? How do you know? You know what? For me, I feel like it's through loving eyes. I feel like I don't look through the spectacle of hate. I see people through love. I always see the best in people. And you know what? I feel blessed because of that. You can judge me all you want. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't gonna be gullible because I've actually been through a lot. Trying to see the best in people and trusting people. You know what I'm saying? But it's vengeance is for the Lord, ain't it? Ain't vengeance for the Lord? That's what I thought. And now, I did grow up in the Baptist church, y'all. Now look, okay. From what I was told, vengeance is for the Lord. Y'all not the Lord. Y'all want to be God. Y'all got God complexes. That's what it is. That's just sad. It's sad when you feel like you got to protect yourself from a vlogger, like, because that's just evil. And you know what? I've been to church a lot, and there's only on the internet do you see a pastor. You see pastor preaching about Chris Brown. He said, pastor preaching about Chris Brown. What about Chris Brown? Chris Brown looked like he been blessed plenty by the Lord. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. I can't. Anyway, y'all. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make some fried chicken and livers tonight. So that's gonna be much needed. That iron and protein and stuff. Anywho, that's pretty much it, y'all. I just wanted to say that real quick, man. Y'all better stop that. Like, goodness gracious, we don't need more hate. We need more love. We need big love. We need big, 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 big love. Big love, man. That's what we need. That's what the world needs right now. That's what the Lord is telling me, that we all just need love. And we all need to get along. I don't think if we all got along that God would be all of a sudden be like, oh my God, I see them getting along. Now I'm going to strike. Like, no, I think that God would love that. I think that God literally would love to see us all getting along. Especially when it comes to races. Now, I went back to Miss Jasmine's channel, and she was on there. It's okay for her to defend Erica Kirk. I'm not saying nobody like Erica Kirk. I'm not promoting any hate for her. I'm not at all. But it just was kind of strange because her husband was kind of racist. Okay, I'm just hey, don't get mad at me for saying that. And you know, racism ain't got. I don't believe racism got anything to do with God. I don't know. That's human error. I don't know. Like, I'm just saying. But who am I? I'm just some bitch on the internet. you know. On a Friday, in the spirit of Friday, be loving to one another, be kind to one another. Stop being evil. Okay. And you know what? I get it. I understand. You see these famous people. You know what? I've never hated on people that are famous that got money. You know what I'm saying? I know during these times, it's like crazy. Y'all better protect yourself on these jobs from these scams. Because you might be implicated or something in something. That's very scary, knowing that people are looking for a quick buck and that you can be targeted. You know what I'm saying? Just because the company you work for is being targeted. Or with all this damn artificial intelligence going on, hell, you can be framed for some stuff. That's crazy. I'm sorry. I'm just not seeing Chris Brown as being a demon. He looks like one of God's children, just like us all. And we're not children, we're adults here. Let's keep that in mind too. We're all adults, and we have to take accountability for our actions. You know? And it just is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could never hate another person. Like, there are people that I can't stand, for obvious reasons, I don't like those people. Because they'll literally put nude photos of you out there and say, "Praise the Lord. I'm in the spirit of Jesus Christ." Huh? The spirit of Jesus Christ told you to put nude photos out there? I don't think so. I'm just saying I don't believe that God told you to do that. Okay? I don't even believe the devil told you to do that. I believe you the devil. You the devil for doing that. You a devil for doing that. You know what I'm saying? But spread love, not hate, man. I ain't gonna give up either. I burn my sage and I throw my lovage on top and my coriander seeds and I burn them because I want big love, because that's what's gonna heal us, not hating on each other. You know what I'm saying? That's just not right. It don't feel right in my spirit. It don't. That's why I keep plenty of sage. I keep plenty of sage. Okay? For real. And I burn it. I don't just burn it in the house. I burn it outside. I burn it outside because it helps cleanse the earth of all this evil. When you doing so much evil that you don't even realize that you're being evil by targeting people, you're bullying people, you're being cruel to people. I saw a story about a pastor. She's a woman. Her name was Pastor Tiffany. And I forget what state this was in. Y'all can go look it up. She actually manipulated these parents into allowing the church to beat their son to death. She allowed them, she manipulated them people. She hypnotized those people. And so what they ended up doing was punishing him because she said that they had the spirit of witchcraft on them. And they showed a picture of that little boy. I think he was like 17 years old. All I could see was an innocent child of God that was beaten to death, and his brother was severely injured. She in jail, I think. Oh, she got out of jail just recently. They released her from prison just recently. The parents should have been in jail for life. Every child deserves a parent, but every parent don't deserve a child. That was horrible. Like, I cried when I said, this is sad. Whenever your religion starts to cause you to just literally show hate and violence, that's awful. That's awful. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like there's other realities, and I feel like I came into this particular reality where people are doing that. I feel like I came with the spirit of love and healing. I really do. For years, I suffered just because of the world. I would sit and cry and pray all the time. I would. And this is where God led me. Seriously, I'm not even going to lie. I would sit and cry and just pray. And this, who I am today is how God led me. But I'm convinced I'm an indigo crystal child. I'm convinced. Okay. And that's where my spiritual journey started. And I feel like I came to this world to spread that message. I do. I don't, and I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to stick with it. And I'm going to continue to love people. I'm going to continue to do that and be in a loving spirit. I don't like that. It just is something that's just wrong about what y'all doing. Don't do that. And I think it even says in the Bible that, for people that are suffering or going through something, but that don't mean that God meant for us to suffer and suffer and suffer and suffer and suffer for years and years and years. Come on. God didn't mean that. Y'all trying to, like, I don't know. I think that people need to read into that. Read into that. Y'all be trying to put people through lifetimes of suffering. Why? I hate that. I hate cruelty. Even though I can be really mean when I want to be to people that are bothering me, because my relationship with God is peace and tranquility and serenity. That's my relationship with God, right? And then when I see people doing stuff it's like y'all disrupting people's connection with God, whatever that is. Y'all are being disruptive to that. So I've been evil. I've said evil things. I'm not perfect, but I don't prefer to do that. I prefer to just be in good spirits. You know what I'm saying? It ain't right. It's not. Uh-oh, 6'7". 6'7". I don't even know what that means, y'all. I've been in good spirits today. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it, y'all. Y'all have a happy Friday. Right, Lenny Pretty, I love your picture. I love that picture of Whoopi. I love Whoopi. I love Whoopi. Whoopi Goldberg is a beautiful woman. She is gorgeous, and she bet. And I'm pretty sure that she don't let nobody tell her nothing different. She reminds me a lot of my auntie Ernestine. Even though they don't look anything alike, but she reminds me of her a lot. I love that picture though. Shout out to y'all. I love you guys. For those of you that I know y'all want me to say I love my enemies too. I can't. I can't. I've done that. And you know what? They came back and almost tried to kill me. So I'm just gonna I'm just gonna say that those of you that love me, I love y'all. And I really do hope that we can come to a place of love and peace, today. All right. I'll see y'all later. Bye.